How's it going, everybody? This is Novakast back with another video for you guys. And with this one, well, we got another reaction. This time focusing on a video from Channel Awesome. That, of course, being Nostalgia Critic, Liar Liar. Now, I remember, it's been years since I've actually watched the movie. But I remember Liar Liar. It was interesting in terms of, like, you know, Jim Carrey comedy and let's face it, just the premise itself. So let's go ahead and check this out. So without further delay, let's do this.
This episode brought to you by Factor, America's #1 ready-to-eat meal kit.
Okay. I may have to skip the advertisement though. Bum 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 bum. Bum bum.
Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic guy. Remember it so you don't have to.
Okay.
I don't know. I guess I'm on a Jim Carrey kick for some reason.
Oh Lord. Yeah, cause he did another one recently, didn't he? I just realized that he's not even calling it like the month of Jim Carrey or something like that.
Released in 1997, Liar Liar really was the perfect premise with the perfect people at the perfect time. A comedy about a lawyer who can't lie for a day with Jim Carrey and the director of The Nutty Professor right after the disappointment of the cable guy.
I don't think it was that bad. Am I wrong? Because I don't think it was.
Now, I've gone on record saying I think the reaction to the cable guy was a little odd when it came out. I think people opened up to it after the internet has shown there's a lot of people like this out there, and for some reason people thought this one underperforming movie, it didn't even bomb, was the end of Jim Carrey's career. It was a little strange.
Yeah.
With that said, Liar Liar put Carrey back on top. The film was Universal's second biggest three-day opening, causing Carrey, who was presenting at the Oscars that week, to open up by asking,
"And how was your weekend?"
Well, the premise is a funny one. It could have gotten really old really fast, but a very well-written script mixed with Carrey's boundless energy gave the film the perfect mix of surprises, laughs, and even a bit of heart. So let's go back and see why this film was such a favorite then and continues to be a favorite now. This is Liar Liar! It's not a subtle movie.
Yeah.
As the credits roll, we open this 90s PG-13 comedy about a broken family the way every 90s PG-13 comedy about a broken family opens. After Mrs. Doubtfire, the goofy father having a clear problem resulting in a divorce with his kid still loving him, and way too whimsical music accompanying the whole thing.
Yeah.
Did somebody just free a fairy? Why would...
Yeah, I will say that the music was kind of... well, to be fair, like a lot of the, like the 90s movies was kind of like that, where it's like very whimsical. I mean, I think that was like the par for the course for like kind of feel good movies like that.
Was every comedy scored like somebody got accepted into Hogwarts?
Yeah.
Jim Carrey plays Fletcher Reed, a great name for a lawyer or a detective turning into a used car salesman. And as you'd imagine, he doesn't have time for his son Max, played by Justin Cooper, to the dismay of his ex-wife Audrey, played by Maura Tierney. But when he does make time, he does make Max happy.
A claw! Nothing can stop the claw!
Does the music think the Claw's the main character and we're wrapping up his story?
Yeah.
I'm already waiting for the end credits to run with the score.
The Claw lived happily ever after.
Not a gas. Rough neighborhood, too. Might have had to pull out my 9 and bust a cap. With my mind on my money, on my money, on my mind.
In a year when movies were battling to be the whitest, that might have been the whitest moment.
Yeah.
Oh, spoke too soon. Carrey always plays Audrey's current love interest, Jerry, who's a perfect innocent foil to Fletcher.
Maybe we can stop at the park on the way home and play catch. Hey, great gift, Dad!
Thanks, son.
As much as I've made fun of the British accent Elwes can't quite cover up, I feel like it really adds to the innocently naive attitude this character has. I feel like any second he's gonna lead a Mormon Boy Scout troop in Neverland.
Oh, God.
Hi.
Wow, that was a nice image.
Deleted.
And then there's Carrey's performance.
Overactor!
Yes, obviously, that's one of the reasons we all go to see him. We want to see him react big when he can't lie, and he does all that great. And we want to believe this is a guy who not only could be a lawyer, but would also have the personality that lends itself to breakdowns like this. And that works about half the time.
Oh, Lord.
He certainly has
Yeah.
the cynical joy of being good at what he does, no matter who it hurts. And it's believable he would pass on that joy and silliness when playing with his son. But sometimes, he is just Jim Carrey being Jim Carrey.
You guys aren't, you know.
I think the comedy works better when I believe him
What
as a
the heck?
character, and that would involve holding back a touch on some of these reactions. Not too much. Again, we want to buy him as an energetic sleazeball getting his comeuppance, but
Yeah.
Saul Goodman is a silly lawyer who feels like he's making jokes for himself. This is a silly lawyer who feels like he's making jokes for the audience, and that can be a little distracting. But like I said, though, I do think it works about half the time before he gets the curse. He
Okay.
varies it enough that a lot of his little quips do get some big laughs.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1 for good luck.
He struck the child. Did you see that?
I also like
He
they don't
struck
make
child.
Jerry the villain. Maybe another borrowed element from Mrs. Doubtfire where they held back making Brosnan the villain. Hell, it might have been a 3-for-1 deal when they got Mrs. Sellner. With that said, the supporting cast does good giving Carrie the grounded support he needs while still being memorable. Nobody feels out of place or forgettable in this. Even Max is always on the cusp of being too blandly cute, but he pulls off just enough believability to feel like a real kid.
Will sitting too close to the TV set make me go blind?
Not in a million years.
Aha! I knew blue light glasses were just a way for the government to get microchips inside our butts. I don't know, I'm not good at conspiracy theories.
Oh, man.
Note, Fletcher lets things go too far when he has to cancel 2 meetups with Max, one of them being his birthday party.
Oh,
And
no.
instead to sleep with his business partner Miranda, played by Amanda Donahoe. As you'd imagine, Max makes a wish that for one day Fletcher can't tell a lie, and it instantly comes true.
Is it good for you?
I've had better.
From this point on, Carrie
Yeah.
does almost every take perfectly. He has to go from being shocked why the hell he can't lie to trying to stop and failing miserably to trying to find ways around it to just accepting that his life is over because of it. It's a perfect excuse for him to go as big as he normally does. Though weirdly, this might be one of the few times where a trailer does a joke a little funnier. In the elevator, he keeps talking about this woman's breasts, again unable to stop himself, and even though I'm not the biggest fan of censorship, the cut in the trailer I think works better.
I remember this.
That's because you have big jugs. I
Oh.
Your boobs are huge.
Yeah.
Mama!
And...
Everybody's been real nice.
Well, that's because you have big...
Yep. Oh, right in the face.
And I get it, you have to see the movie to see what he says, that's one of the reasons you go see it, but I think imagining what he said is a little funnier, and I'm sorry, that's an amazing edit.
Well, that's because you have big...
Who knows?
It
maybe
actually
Wicker Man would have been
is.
funnier if they edited out that big punch.
What is it? What's wrong, sister?
Nope.
Yeah, maybe not.
Yeah, maybe not.
Jennifer Tilly plays the divorcee, trying to take her ex for all he's worth on Fletcher's advice. And Jason Bernard plays the judge, trying to make sense of the oncoming insanity. Swoozie Kurtz is also great as the ex's attorney. Sometimes her facial reactions are just as good as Carrie's. On that note, I do think a lot of this scene depends on your threshold of silliness.
What's your case?
Like, I think that's pretty funny. That's pretty stupid.
Yeah.
That's really funny. That's really stupid.
Yeah.
It all balances out when he gives a look like he just
Just
made
kind
the
of
best
goes back
argument
and
ever.
forth.
That's how a lot of this first courtroom scene works. It's a little hit and miss, and I think he's jumping too big a little too quickly.
It's 1:30 sharp.
But then the little touches like him hinting at the court reporter not to type what he mutters is pure gold.
The Honorable Judge Marshall Stevens.
Get used to seeing a lot of that in the Trump trials. When he gets to his office, it gets crazy funny crazy fast as he tries to tell the simple lie of saying the pen is blue when it's red.
Oh, the pen is blue.
When he demands his hand to write it, his hand actually turns on him and literally spells the truth all over his face. I have no problem believing that hand is alive and pissed at Carrie. And I love wondering how this curse works where his hand is given a mind of its own.
Oh, God.
I know that hand doesn't have eyes, but it has eyes. Panicking, he tries to talk to Audrey, only to discover Jerry has asked her to move to Boston with him. And they're leaving that night. Yeah, did I mention a
What?
lot happens
Oh, yeah,
in
that's
this
right.
24 hours?
You can't move to Boston. I'll never see Max.
Then you'll have pretty much the same relationship you have with him now, won't you?
That's a really good line.
That is a good
The movie
line.
has a good tempo from this point on. It's very rare a joke doesn't work. Carrie gives just the right reactions, going absolutely insane while having to answer absolutely any question asked of him, even if it's rhetorical.
What's your problem, schmuck? I'm an inconsiderate brat.
The music I was kind of mocking earlier adds a playful energy that elevates the more hyper moments. Also, I feel like this moment sums up why there's a lot of big lawsuits in America, but not quite as many small lawsuits as you would think.
If I take it to small claims court, it'll just drain 8 hours out of my life, and you probably won't show up. And if I finally got the judgment, you just stiff me anyway.
God help you if I find a
Yeah.
faded kabuki mask under a bridge. The heartfelt scenes also really work. When Fletcher explains his absence, realizing he's incapable of making up any more excuses, he tells the truth to himself as well as to Audrey.
I'm a bad father. I mean,
That's not a bad little bit of dramatic acting.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be over-explained. It's all gotten across with just the emotion on his face. It would have been so easy for Carrie to majestic it up and play that bigger, but he finds just the right balance there.
Yeah, he kind of does.
Enough to make up for this weird line when he promises to show up tonight, or her and Max are going to Boston.
Oh,
If I
no.
don't show up, I'll pack you myself. I will lovingly wrap your knickknacks with bubble paper.
I hope so.
Wait, which part? That
Wait,
part really should
yeah.
have been reworked. Before she goes,
That
she
was
reveals
weird.
what Max wished for, causing Fletcher to finally put 2 and 2 together.
oh my God, that's it.
Small claims court won't work, so I'll have to go after the government! That's a celebrity, that's what I'm used to doing.
Wait, what did it say? Jim Carrey slams California school vaccine legislation. It's poisoning more children. Jim Carrey tweeted that Gov. Jerry Brown is a corporate fascist who must be stopped. To be fair, a lot of people were going after Governor Brown for quite a while. In fact, I think I heard that, you know, certain individuals wanted Governor Brown's head on a pike for the state of the Orville Dam. So, yeah, I think that one's kind of understandable a little bit. I mean, it's irrational, yes, but somewhat understandable. Because Governor Brown's a prick.
Oh yeah, it's that time of year when we look at
What is
fall
going on?
Kinda creepily
I know this is one of his
fast.
advertisements, but come
Busy
on.
Fall season already in swing. You might be looking for wholesome, convenient meals for jam.
This is like making me very uncomfortable.
When I say jam, I mean apple spice jam. Oh, apples! What do you do to me around the fall season? Luckily, America's #1 ready-to-eat meal kit can help you fuel up fast with chef-prepared, dietitian-approved, ready-to-eat meals delivered straight to your door. You'll save time, eat well, and stay on track with your healthy lifestyle. Not like the unhealthy way you look at fall. Oh, look at that foliage. It's stripping down to the floor. Oh, my goodness. Too busy this fall
Okay.
to cook, but want to make sure you're eating well? Well, with Factor, skip the extra trip to the grocery store and the chopping, prepping, and cleaning up too, while you're still getting the flavor and nutritional quality you need. Oh, those leaves are as orangey hot as a pumpkin latte on fire. Is that nutmeg caressing my senses? No, it's cinnamon nutmeg. Ah! Factor's fresh, never frozen
I'm
meals
gonna
are ready.
skip
No
this.
nostalgia 50 to
Doug plays God of War for the first time every Friday on Twitch. We also have content 5 days.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I had to skip that. I'm just like, what the heck is going on?
Fletcher visits Max in school.
I do not like them, Sam. I do not like green eggs and ham.
Dude, the kid's 8. Shouldn't he be horrified by Roald Dahl by this point?
Huh.
Or is that like the only book not banned now? And he admits to Max.
Oh, that was a good joke. Considering that nowadays people are banning like like older books because book is too scary. Yep. Or too problematic. I mean, come on. I just don't I don't know.
True, and he can't lie.
If I keep making this face, will it get stuck that way?
In fact, some people make a good living that way.
See what you did there?
Oh, the Clara clip. That was actually really good. That was good. You know what? Props. Just props to Doug for doing that.
Trying to teach Max the importance of lying, he still comes across as a dick. Some of these fast throwaway lines are really funny.
When your mommy was pregnant with you, she gained a good 40 pounds. Daddy was scared.
My teacher tells me real beauty's on the inside.
That's just something ugly people say.
I do miss 90s writing sometimes. In an honestly clever move, Fletcher tries to recreate the wish with a birthday cake and everything, trying to make Max undo his wish. By the way, what is Carrie doing here?
Yeah, I just need a little test.
Nope, my nipples still don't produce milk. One day science will catch up to my fetish.
What?
The wish doesn't work though, because Max admits he didn't mean it, as when his dad lies, it always makes him feel bad. Realizing he's not getting anywhere, Fletcher goes back to the office.
Yo, Fletcher, how's it going?
Short, shriveled, and always to the left.
I'll stop reading Miranda's Yelp review of you.
Good
And
lord.
Amy plays his assistant Greta, bringing the same charm she does to basically any role she's in.
Ask me something you think I would normally lie about.
Remember a couple of months ago when I wanted a raise?
Forget it. I don't want to do this.
She goes from supporting Fletcher to leaving him after she learns the truth about his raise, and every step feels believable because of how well she plays it. Also, I think this is the funniest line delivered out of Carrie.
You bought me this antique silver frame from Tiffany's. Tiffany's.
Garage sale, 650 marked down from 10.
He looks like James Dean shitting out Mickey Mouse. I love it.
God in heaven!
Miranda hears of Fletcher's inability to lie and brings him to a board meeting with the boss he knows he hates.
He's a pedantic, pontificating, pretentious bastard.
But of course, the boss loves his insults because this scene is unbelievably forced.
Oh, good lord.
Damn thing I've ever heard! You're a real card, Reed.
Yeah, I personally don't think it's that funny. You could cut this character out of the film and really miss nothing important. The only
Yeah.
bit I like is Fletcher laughing in Miranda's face and him passing out.
Oh
Though
god.
Watching more stuff about higher-ups, maybe this reaction isn't so
Yeah,
funny.
it has been a while since I've
It gets
seen
back
this
to the
movie.
great stuff, though, when Fletcher has to defend a woman who's had an affair 7 times, and one of them is caught on tape.
Oh,
I
God.
swear Tilly's voice literally becomes a goose at one point. You get the rocks off for Boris from Balto, man!
Dude, it sounds like somebody's dying. Jesus Christ.
Goose. Fletcher asks for a short bathroom break where he thinks of a plan to beat the shit out of himself. This leads to one of the cleverest non-lies of the film.
Who did this?
A madman, Your Honor! A desperate fool at the end of his pitiful rope!
A man who thought Penguins was a good career choice! When the judge asks if he can continue, though, he of course has to say yes, and the trial is back on. When the man on the tape is called in as a witness, Fletcher realizes he can't complete the question if he knows the answer is going to be false.
So all we gotta do is lie. That sounds simple enough.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, doesn't
He
it?
is not making a cartoon out of my movies, which at the time was trickier than it sounds. He takes the stand and things immediately start to go wrong.
Isn't it true that your relationship with my client is entirely platonic? I object, Your Honor!
Ah, glad we got Amber Heard's defense team on the case. This whole
Oh,
scene is complicated.
come on,
All the
dude.
different ways Fletcher describes sex,
You slammed her, you ducked her donut, you gave her dog a sausage!
to stating the obvious, but still hilarious.
He's badgering the witness.
It's his witness.
And did I say that
Yeah.
garage sale line was Carrie's funniest moment? Then this facial reaction when he gets the witness to destroy his case is a photo finish.
Hey, I humped her brains out. There. Now you happy?
It's that little smirk he has for a moment, like even he realizes how funny this all is.
Yeah.
It's dragged back to reality when he puts together his career is over.
Yeah.
Also, Jason Bernard's line read here is so perfect.
Do I dare ask you to call your next witness?
I truly believe this movie wouldn't have worked half as good as it did if the supporting cast wasn't as top-notch as it is.
Oh, jeez.
I am not going to end up a 31-year-old divorcee on welfare because my scumbag attorney had a sudden attack of conscience.
When Fletcher discovers his client's real age, though, it turns out she lied about it to get married, which made her a minor.
She was only
Oh,
17
good lord.
when she got married, and in the great state of California, no minor can enter into any legal contract without parental consent.
That makes the affairs irrelevant, and technically the ex-husband, it's best not to think too hard about it.
I
Yeah.
didn't know she was underage.
The case is a success, but Fletcher's client wants custody of the kids too, despite the ex-husband clearly being the better parent.
Yeah.
She does this inspired by what Fletcher said earlier.
God's sake, will you give me those? They're mine. Let go of Daddy. Let go of him. Don't you have some checks to write?
It's kind of funny in a movie that tries to give every happy ending possible. This family is basically destroyed because of Fletcher. On the one hand, I like not everything is wrapped up in a perfect package, but it almost is, so this
Yeah.
does feel a little out of place.
This man is a good father, and children are not leverage.
Fletcher makes a big scene out of what he's done, resulting in him getting thrown in jail. Once again, missing his meetup with Max. Also, am I
Aw.
crazy, or is that the guy
Yeah.
who broke out in the opening?
I think it
I
is.
think he had a bigger role in this.
Greta!
Have you been sexually molested yet? Because I could circle the block.
This movie's a bit ewier than I remember. She bails him out after hearing about his change of heart, and he rushes to stop his family from going to Boston.
I love my son! I love my son!
Merry Christmas, Mr. Potter! Merry Christmas, family! I'm emotionally and financially crippled! Merry Christmas, exact scene I'll do 12 years later! Ooh, just in time for my favorite Carrie Elway scene in the movie.
I have something for you, young man. It's the claw. Oh, you're scared of the claw. You're scared of the claw.
Maybe not even my favorite Elway scene in the movie, maybe just my favorite of all time. Fletcher sneaks his way through pre-9/11 security in a moment that everyone asks, no, really, how did he fit in that bag? And I think the answer is he can just do that.
Yeah.
He finds the plane with his son on board.
God, it's Fletcher.
No, this has nothing to do
That's so funny.
It's Fletcher.
Yep.
The family flying from Camp Chippewa had a similar experience. He distracts the pilot stopping the plane, does, I think, every John Leguizamo impression from the past. And despite going to prison, it looks like he finally convinced his family he loves them.
He's telling the truth, Mom. He's not allowed to lie.
It's 8:45. No, it was the truth.
I like he tells them after the curse wears off, so they have to trust he's changed just by his word. And cut to a mere 1 year later. No, really, how isn't he in prison after all this?
Yeah.
Showing up on time to his son's birthday.
Well, that and, with him, I mean, actually, technically he was already in jail for the disruption in the court. But in terms of, like, the parking tickets and that, yeah, he should be in jail.
Late at night, with his friends all gone. You sure he didn't show up late to this too?
Let's make a wish.
Ah!
Our son might be the Antichrist. We should probably set down some ground rules. Audrey and Fletcher immediately get back together, clearly not a holdover from Mrs. Doubtfire. And Max admits he didn't wish for that, but rather for rollerblades. And then
Okay.
a dorkably cheesy ending.
No one can stop the clock!
The clock killed everyone, guaranteeing Fletcher to go to jail. Jerry became the guy from Saw.
And that was Liar Liar. At times corny and over the top, but I think it's what most of us were looking for.
Yeah, I mean, that's how it was for
Had
Jim
it just
Carrey
been
movies.
Big reactions and family sitcom moments, the movie wouldn't have worked. But the writing is incredibly funny, with a lot of great one-liners, and the acting is all memorable and on point. Any moments that don't work don't really ruin anything, which is impressive for a film that's trying to go so over the top, yet also be so sentimental. Carrey's energy stops what should be a one-note joke from getting old. And the inventiveness and the different problems he encounters, as well as the solutions he comes up with, result in a pretty decent comedy. It's a lot of fun, with a lot of laughs, and just the right amount of 90s cheese. Insert, and that's no lie, joke here. With Family Matters closing credits. I'm a nostalgia guy, remember? So you don't have to.
Okay.
Oh, you're scared of the claw. You're scared of the claw.
This month, for Cameos for Charity, we're doing Red Cross.
Okay.
Seeing a lot of disasters in nature recently, and Red Cross specializes in trying to help any way they can. Whether it's providing blood, sending in volunteers, helping near or far with disasters big or small, Red Cross provides a number of different ways to save lives. So if you want a cameo of me saying happy birthday or good luck or whatever, click on the link below and be giving to a good cause. Or if you're like, screw you, I can't even look at you, well, consider giving to this organization anyway. You can give money, give blood, or even volunteer. They're amazing people that literally save lives, and you can help them out. Click on the link and see if this is a cause you can give to.
Okay, I might have to check that out. Oh man, you know, that was a good reaction. I mean, not a good reaction, but a good review of Liar Liar. Like I said, I haven't watched that movie in freaking years, but it was cool to see another like person's take on it, especially with Doug and his team and their reactions. But anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Link will be in the description for our socials and streaming stuff, as well as the Channel Awesome link as well. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, all the good stuff, and check out our daily content and the weekly podcast. With that being said, this is Novakast signing off. Have a good one. Take care, and I'll see you guys next video.